Heartbreak turned into a mission of safety in Green Bay today. Family and friends of an elderly woman hit and killed while crossing the street came together to turn grief into a lasting legacy.
82-year-old Judith Sisler from Luxembourg is being remembered today. She was tragically killed on Valentine's Day while crossing Bellevue Street. An 83-year-old man, her husband, also hurt. A new crosswalk with rectangular rapid flashing beacons was unveiled today near where the incident took place. But as an additional tribute to Judy, a bench now sits near the crosswalk outside of Cranky Pat's Pizza, a place that her family says she and her sister love to go to. The Sisler family and friends raised money and worked with the city to fund this new crosswalk. And this safety feature can actually cost between $12,000 to $15,000. So leftover funds are being donated to other public safety initiatives, also potentially creating a scholarship in Judy's name.
We talked about the need for funds, and to actually see it, to push the button and to have cars stop is just heartwarming.
Judy's family says the crosswalk is more than just a safety feature. It symbolizes her impact on the community.